Hello, lovely people. Welcome to the Almita Made channel. My name is Alma and I'm here to chat about all things making. I am primarily a sewist, but there's a few other crafts that poke their head in every now and then. Welcome back if you're a returning customer. Thank you so much to every single one of you that has subscribed to the channel already. I am honestly touched. I've been doing this for about a month now and I am amazed by the response. So honestly, thank you, thank you, thank you. And if you are new, I'm so glad you found me. Take a seat, grab a cuppa, and let's chat about making. We are now officially into May, so we are in Me Made May, which I love. If you want to find out more about what that is and my thoughts about it, do check out my last video. I will link it below. It's a very long chat about all things Me Made May. So a good one if you're interested. Today I'm doing something a little bit different. I'm focusing on a single pattern and it is a very special sewing pattern to me. I'll get into that very soon, but first I'm going to tell you what I'm wearing, which is the beautiful Sew Over It Lea dress. I will put pictures or a video up so that you can see it in its full glory. She is a twirler, so she needs to be seen in all her glory. I love this dress. This is my second. I do work at Sew Over It, so I am biased, but this pattern is amazing. I love it. It's just got a little bit of vintage. I love how it looks, but I also feel very, very comfortable in it. So that's a winning dress for me and very ideal for springtime and summer probably. Yeah. So as I said, I work at Sew Over It, where my main job is everything to do with marketing and social media. But every now and then, Rosie, who owns the company, lets me design a little something. And we've just done the third of my own designs and I'm very excited. So if you follow Sew Over It, which I would recommend, of course, I'll put all the relevant links below. You will have seen the launch of our latest pattern, which is the bucket bag. So this is now my third bag that I've designed for Sew Over It and I'm so proud of all of them, but this one might be my favorite. I mean, I can't have favorites, but it might be my favorite. So just to look back briefly, I did the bow bag, which is a really cute clutch bag that you hold through the bow. I adore it. I've made many to match some special outfits for special occasions. I absolutely love it. All the links will be below. Do not worry. And then I did the tote pack, which I was so proud of myself because it's a transformer bag that can be worn as a tote bag or a backpack. And it's 2-in-1. You just transform the straps in a very clever way, if I do say so myself. But I'm so proud of that one because I really wanted that bag for myself, basically. And I set about creating it for myself. And then I was like, oh, this could be a pattern. So that was very satisfying. But the new bucket bag is adorable and I'll put up a picture. I have now made 4. One I don't have with me because it's the official Sew Over It sample, so it will stay at the office, but she's so cute and I made it out of a tablecloth fabric and it worked so well using Decoville interfacing, which is a really great interfacing for bags. It just gives you the structure without making it too heavy to sew. I'll link to it below as well because it's a useful kind of thing to have and use. But what I have is the other sample here. So first I made the fun one that's like a picnic themed little bucket bag, so summery, so joyful. But then of course I thought we should show you in a more wearable fabric. So I've made one in denim. And this actually matches my ultimate jeans that I wear all the time. So it's the same denim, it's got the same lilac top stitching, and the lining is the same fabric, same cotton that I used in the pocket bags of my jeans. So it's all a combination of beautiful fabrics reused. It made me happy. But yes, I will link below to the introduction video on the Sew Over It channel because on that one, myself and Rosie talk about all the details and everything. But what this video is about is to talk you through the different versions I've made and my top recommendations and warnings. Basically, after I made the tablecloth one and the denim one, I was like, do you know what? I love this little bag. I would love a fancier version, and I reckon it could work. Listen, I am here to tell you not to try this at home because there was a lot of swearing, there was a lot of obstacles, but I want to show you the bags because I'm in love with them and I am using them all of the time. So all of the trauma was worth it, but I still wouldn't recommend that you do it. But here we go. I will move on to my suedette version. What? So I'm calling it suedette. I don't know if that's correct, but it's basically faux suede. Divine. When I felt this fabric, I was like, that's really thin. I bet it will be a breeze to sew. And to begin with, it was. So when I was just sewing 2 layers together, I was like, this is fine. I used the leather needle in my machine. I went slowly. I thought it would get stuck on my machine, but it really didn't. It glided, and that was completely fine. So I got cocky. I thought, oh, this is going to be a breeze. It's going to make a beautiful little bag. And it has made a beautiful little bag. I think we can agree. But the troubles started when I had a lot of layers to go through. And I mean, the amount of skipped stitches on this is quite upsetting, but I just kept going over and over and over and over again. So it is secure, so I can use it. It is not super pretty up close, but you know what? I don't care because it's a lilac suede bag. And inside I've got a beautiful Lady McElroy cotton. I'm going to turn it inside out actually so you can see it. I mean, come on, this is gorgeous. Showing a bit blue, but I promise it's purple. It mostly went to plan, but then it didn't. And the bit that I really couldn't get to work, and this is because this bag I designed for a very different kind of fabric. I just got adventurous with it. It was not designed for faux leather or faux suede at all. But me being me, I just thought, oh, I can make it work. And I have. I have made usable bags. I just did not enjoy the process, but I wanted to share it nevertheless. Now, things that I did different on this lilac version compared to the original is mainly, oh yes, so this does not glide very easily, this fabric. So I made the channel as is in the original. You can see on the denim one, it goes all the way around with just a little gap at the front, but it's a continuous channel, and you put in your drawstring and pull it through. And I just couldn't get it to move anywhere in this fabric. Like the string just wasn't going anywhere. So my solution for that was to make little tiny channels, basically. They're little belt loops, you could call them, like chunky belt loops, instead of a continuous channel, because then I thought I can get it to glide through one of them, no problem. And I could do that because this fabric doesn't fray. So I just did a strip. It's not hemmed, it's just hemmed at the top and bottom, but not the sides. So that I was proud of myself for finding a good solution. And listen, it's still a very sort of rough surface, so it doesn't glide super well, but it closes, you know. There's a bit of resistance, but it can move, whereas before in the channel I just couldn't even get it inside the channel. Honestly, it was quite a hilarious scene, I'm gonna say. But that little trick really worked. Also, another thing that I did to make my life easier was to make the straps a little bit in a bit of a different way. So if you're making it in canvas, which would be my absolute top recommendation for this pattern, canvas reinforced with that Decoville interfacing just for the body of the bag, but the canvas or cotton twill or something like that is the easiest, and you will have a much better time than I had with the faux suede, trust me. But to make my life easier for the straps, in the original, this is folded to the center and then again, so you get a sturdy strap made in the canvas. I knew that the bulk of this fabric, it would have been too much, so all I did was cut the strap piece a little bit shorter so that it's just folded in half and a 1 centimeter seam allowance turned under, so they are thinner, still very nice, and they are sturdy. But yes, so that was my solution for that problem. I should say I will put a picture up, but something I love that I really wanted to make happen for this pattern was that the strap is adjustable so that you can wear it crossbody, so like that, longer, or on your shoulder when you make it shorter. I love that because there's something that's like, oh, I'm going about my business during the day, I want crossbody, but I'm going out for dinner, I want a cute over the shoulder bag. So that was the plan, and I think I've managed to make that happen. Little additions that I made to this bag, notably these bad boys on the bottom. I've always wanted to use them, the little feet. Can you see them? Gold feet, pure gold feet. I've often seen these little feet on very fancy bags. I've never owned a bag, like a ready-to-wear bag that has the feet. And suddenly I thought I can put it onto my fancy suede bucket bag. And it's worked really well. I'll link everything that I get from Amazon. Basically, I've put a link below so that you can buy it for yourself. And it is an affiliate link, which means that if you buy through that link, I might get a little bit of commission, but it doesn't cost you any extra. So if you want to buy these things, I would be very grateful if you use my link below. So thank you. Anyway, these little feet, super easy to install. It's basically a screw. So I made a hole into the base of the bag with an awl. Is that what it's called? Yeah. And poke the screw through from the wrong side, and then you put the little foot on and screw it tight, and it looks so cute. And actually, funny story, so this month is actually mine and Pat's wedding anniversary. So we've been married 8 years, together 18, which blows my mind. But for our first trip after we got married, we went to Bologna in Italy, which I would recommend to anyone, but especially to foodies, because we are very much into our food, and Bologna was a dream. We ate like kings, honestly, and queens. But because it was a bit of a mini honeymoon, we took ourselves to a Michelin star restaurant. Very exciting. The first one that we'd been to together ever, actually, I think. Yeah. It was incredible. But one thing, it was a little bit too stuffy. The food was amazing, but the environment was a little bit too elegant for us, basically. So I'm sure I wore a nice dress because I was sewing already, and I would have worn something nice. But I just had a bag that was like a secondhand vintage jobby, just a little bag, crossbody. And when we got to the restaurant, they sat us down at our table, lovely, and this man brings out a stool, and I was like, okay, what is this for? Like a tiny stool. And he said, for your bag, madam. It's like, what? This bag does not deserve a stool. But this bag that I have made myself and has the elegant little feet, this bag would deserve a stool. So I feel like now I've grown into the stool. So funny when you're not prepared for it. I was like, okay, I'll put my £5 secondhand battered bag onto your plush cushioned stool. Very funny. Anyway, once again, I digress. This bag, I'm very, very happy with that addition of the little feet. That's really cute. Another thing that I added that I felt was a bit designery. I'm going to take it off so you can see it properly. I used the little scrap of the suede and added to it an iron-on Almita made cricket jobby. I was surprised that I did it through a pressing cloth on very low heat, but I was surprised that it didn't just melt away. I thought, it's fine, I can sacrifice the little scrap if it melts away, but it worked and I really, really like it. Sewed it down onto the swivel clip and it lives attached to my D-ring. How cute is that? You could do that on any bag, to be honest, that has rings. I just think it's a really nice addition. Feels very bougie. I love it. And the other thing that I added is this, which looks a bit weird, but I find it quite useful. Another long strip of the suede with another swivel clip that doesn't match the other one, but it's on the inside. So it's just to clip my keys to. So it goes in there. And then when I get home, I can pull it all out and open my door. Thought it was quite clever. It's quite cute. Anyway, this bag was a nightmare to make, but oh my God, look at her. How cute is she? There we go. see what I mean about the sliding. It's just because of the texture of the suede. But I'm in love with her, and I've used that so much so that it has some stains already. This is why I can't be trusted with a nice bag, honestly. But that didn't stop me. So that was hard enough, and it was quite thin suedette. I decided to go for some actually quite thick faux leather for my next one. This, honestly, there was a lot of tears involved with this version. And again, I do not recommend you try this at home. But look at her. That is a gorgeous bag that I would love to buy. And I probably couldn't afford to. I mean, maybe in faux leather, but you know, it looks gorgeous. So the faux leather, I believe, is from Dalston Mill Fabrics. Gorgeous sort of raspberry color. I mean, it looks so good. And it's thick, which I thought, great, because then it will hold the shape of the bucket bag, which it does. Look at it. No need for interfacing anything. But it was an absolute torture to sew. And my machine is quite good. I've got a Pfaff Passport 2.0. It can take a lot of layers, but this was a challenge. Going over the chunkier bits, basically I just couldn't do it. I mean, the straps I managed to make in the same way as the lilac one. Now, impossible to iron. I'll put a picture up, and link is in Amazon as well. But I use this quilter's tape, it's called. It's a very narrow tape that I basically stuck to the raw edge of the leather and then folded it under to kind of hold the seam allowance tucked under. That might not make sense. I think I have some pictures. If I do, I'll put them up. But basically, this was my solution to not being able to press things into place. Because obviously with a canvas, a dream, everything you press, it holds its shape beautifully. You can't do that with leather, faux leather, anything. I think with proper leather, what people do is they use a glue to glue down the seam allowances in a very similar way. But I just use that little tape. I find it extremely helpful. That's my tip. But remember, I don't want you to try this. So what did I do? For the straps, I did the same as the lilac. When it came to sewing the channel down, I decided to try the full channel rather than the belt loops that I did with the suedette, because this does slide a little bit better than the suede. I thought, let me try do a full channel, and it does look so good. I love it. But I could not for the life of me go over the sides. I mean, that's the problem area, because you have the strap holder, which is so thick underneath, and then you're sewing the channel and you've got the main body of the bag underneath. So I just stopped and started again before and after, if that makes sense. You can still see the holes. I mean, this is upsetting, but I will live with it because it's a gorgeous bag that I will use so much. So that was my solution for that. It's so funny though. So this is the solution I arrived at. At one point I was like, oh, I know what I'll do. I'll stop sewing there for the channel and then just sew vertical stitches, and that will keep everything secure and into place. Fantastic. I did that. So pleased with myself. I was almost like, why didn't I say to do that in the instructions? That's so much easier. Because, Alma, then you can't get the drawstring through. Idiot, like a total idiot. So I'd sewed it all down. I started putting my drawstring in, and it's not moving. I'm like, of course it's not. You've stitched the channel closed. Genius. So I unstitched that, got the channel through by hook and by crook. Honestly, what I use, I'm going to show you. I couldn't really use, usually you have a safety pin to pull through something through a channel, a drawstring through a channel. I could not do that through this thick faux leather. So what I used is this. I broke this in the process, but I still made it work eventually. I think this is sold as something for hoodies mainly. I've used it a lot. Pat's sister, one of Pat's sisters, my sister-in-law, gave me this many Christmases ago. And at first I was like, I don't know what that is. But then I started using it instead of a safety pin quite often, actually, if the fabric is tricky and you can't feel your way with the safety pin as well. What you do normally is you put the string, cord, whatever, through one of these and then through the other, and then you put this through the channel. This is getting biological, but and then you pull through and whoop, and you're out of the channel. Super, super useful. I would really recommend it. I'm gonna have to buy myself another one because I broke it. You can see that, and it broke during this process. Can you see that? But I somehow managed to keep going. I think what I did is I cut the drawstring into with a little triangle at the top so that it would be thinner and I could fit it through just a smaller hole. Anyway, it worked, but there was a lot of swearing, I'll be honest. So much swearing at the situation, at my just stupidity in starting the project. Even I was just very angry at myself, but I'm no longer angry because I have a lovely bag. Keeps coming back to that. Anyway, what I haven't been able to do yet, because I just had to step away from this at one point, was the stopper, which I love. The little stopper, let me show you. On the lilac version, you can see it well. So nice. I just love this detail. So it just helps keep everything in place, you know, to stop the drawstring from opening again. I love that detail. I made it as it is in the pattern in this leather, and I honestly, nothing could get through it. Not only this drawstring, just nothing could fit through it. So I need to come up with a way where it's a lot bigger and thinner. I will do that at some point, but for the time being, all I'm doing is tying up the drawstring like that. Proud. There we go. And it works for now. Very usable. Something that really upsets me about this version is that I couldn't finish edges as nicely as I would like to. Like this, I don't love because it's got some kind of wadding or something inside this faux leather. What I'm going to do is either find like a cord stopper in gold to match the others. So then that will be hidden. I could try that, but then I don't know how big those are. Like, I don't know how to fit this through one of those stoppers. I really don't know. So the other solution, and Pat suggested this, and at first I was like, oh, never. But now I'm thinking, yeah, actually that might be the way, is finding a marker that matches this color and just painting it. Because I'm not washing this bag ever, you know. It'll be a wipe down jobby because it's plasticky. So I might do that to finish those edges. The other one that upsets me is this. This was hard to sew down. So many layers on the strap. And yeah, that's messy. I mean, no one sees it. This is just me being pedantic. It's going to be hidden, isn't it? But I just want this bag to be the best she can be. I should talk about, oh, I put the feet on this one as well. I love my little feet. How fancy, how bougie, so that when you put it on the floor, when you put your bag on the floor, just makes me happy. And oh yes, let me talk to you about the inside, which is, I used the cotton sateen. This actually has a bit of stretch, which was not a good idea, but I just thought it looked so fun and good with the outside raspberry to have the black and paler pink hearts on the inside. I did the pocket, the inside pocket in the lining fabric, because you know what? By then I was thinking, just sew with this faux leather as little as you possibly can, Alma. Make your life easier. And I quite like it that it's all the same fabric on the inside, because you can choose, that's up to you if you want to use the outer fabric so you have a pocket that stands out, or the lining fabric so it all merges. And that pocket is definitely, you know, good for keeping your phone in, or I don't know, your lip balm, your earphones. It's just a little extra little pocket, and there's absolutely nothing stopping you from adding as many pockets as you want. I just thought I'd give you one that's like the go-to, but you know, in the lining, just sew all your pockets, all the pockets you want to your lining, and then you're done. And oh yes, one thing I added to this one, instead of doing the long key holding strip that I did in the lilac one, I just did a little loop. And that's because someone commented actually on one of my videos about how they add loops inside their bags all the time so they can hang different things to it, like little inner bags and keys and everything like that. And on my house keys, I do have a little swivel clip, so that will work for this. Let me demonstrate with something. It's my bougie label from the Lilac version. And so imagine this is my keys, house keys, and it's just gonna go like that. I can't. So easy. Come on, Alma. I'm doing it with my left, which doesn't help. And then the keys hang inside the bag and you can find them easily, because I don't know about you, but I always lose my keys inside my bag. So there, really like that idea. So thank you to the person who suggested putting loops. I'm going to do that to all my bags, I think, from now on, because it's even easier than having a swivel clip inside the bag, because then it means I have to have swivel clips on hand. If the swivel clip is on my keys, then I just need to sew in fabric loops inside the bags. It's genius. But yes, what else can I tell you? I have been through it so that you don't have to, and you shouldn't. But at the end of the day, all I want to say is that I have a gorgeous, gorgeous faux leather bucket bag, and I'm so proud of it. I'm proud of myself for persevering. But again, the bag, I did not design it for this kind of fabric. So it's not made for that, and it shouldn't be made in that. But also, she's so cute. I'm going to wear it with such pride. I just really love her, in spite of all the imperfections. She's a gorgeous bag, as is the Lilac one, which is floppy, of course, because the suedette is much lighter. Not that it was easier to sew. But this is like a really nice day bag. Well, I've worn it in the evening as well, but I don't know. This is classy, but not too much. This is a bag. Like, I've not owned a bag like this before. And it comes back to what I often say, that I can afford to make better things than I would be able to afford to buy. I couldn't buy a bag like this, I don't think, with all the little details and like, oh, I don't know. I don't think I could. Whereas I've made it, and it only cost me my sanity, but you know, I'm going to forget about all that and just enjoy the bag and never try it again in leather, and neither should you. But look at her. Right. At the end of all that, I just want to encourage you to go and check out the pattern. Of course, I am biased. I literally designed it and I work at Sew Over It, but it's a gorgeous, gorgeous pattern. It's one that if you make it in the recommended fabrics, like your canvases, your twills, your denims thick again, but maybe a lighter denim will make your life easier. It comes together really quickly if you're not fighting with a stupid choice of fabric. So it does come together quickly. You can make, I would say you need a few. Make one that's neutral and you can wear all the time. Make one that's really fun, like the picnic one that I made for the sample. I love that one so much. And I think there's still room for me to make one of those just for summer, for fun. So yeah, it does come together quickly if you're using the recommended fabrics. And I think it's a fantastic one to make as gifts. I am planning some already because I think I know many people that would love a little bag like this. Definitely in canvas. They will be made in canvas and easy fabrics, because I'm not going through this for anyone but me. Okay? But look at her. Oh God, I just can't get over it. She's a beauty. Anyway, I will be back soon with another video, probably a recent makes vlog. I mean, these are sort of recent makes. I've just been working on them for the last few months and keeping it quiet because, of course, the pattern wasn't out, but now it's out. The link is below. Go check it out. Go check out the intro video as well that I mentioned, so you can find out more details and stuff. And the official recommended fabrics by me. Do as I say, not as I do, but also look at her. And in the meantime, just keep making, keep chatting about making, and I will see you next time. Bye. Me Made May is in full swing. If you want to find out more about Me Made